Stephen Miller's wife, and I hate to give you this bad news, but yes, Stephen Miller, PB German, has procreated. He has 3 children with this woman. Satan has spawned with her, and she's got a podcast. She's got a podcast. Why? Because she wants to gossip with her friends. Take it from her, not me.
And why? Because for years I've seen that there isn't a place for conservative women to gather online. There isn't a place for a mom like me, mom of 3 young kids, 4, 3, and almost 2, and a wife, and trying to do a career, eat healthy, work out. There isn't a place for a mom like me. And so I wanted to create that space where we have real, honest conversations with people across the political spectrum and across the world to get lifestyle information, news, laugh with our friends, gossip about what's going on in the world.
Gossip. I'm never going to get over it. Gossip about what's going on in the world. And she's trying to do a career. Okay. Anyways, so she's got a podcast. Clearly, she's very good at it. And her first victim was J.D. Vance. So she's a mom who has 3 kids. I don't know why she wants J.D. Vance on, because J.D. Vance has kids, but he considers them to be owned by his wife, not him.
I feel terrible for my wife because we go to church almost every Sunday, unless we're on the road. And
does she go with you? I mean,
she does. Yeah, she does.
Has she converted?
No, she hasn't. No, it's that's why I feel bad about it. Is she's got 3 kids. Obviously, I help with the kids, but because I'm kind of the one going to church, she feels like more responsibility.
Did you hear that? She has 3 kids.
That's why I feel bad about it. Is she's got 3 kids.
Okay, you don't have. You're the dad, or unless there's something we don't know. As I said, J.D. Vance was a victim of Katie Miller's. Oh my gosh. It's like a black hole of suffering that she creates in this interview. And shall we cringe through it? Shall we cringe through it? Here's a bit of this propaganda that thankfully is not good.
President Trump said that you would likely be the heir apparent to MAGA.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And he said Marco would be involved some way, somehow. So we'll go down to some Marco questions. What's the most surprising thing you've learned about Marco?
He also has a sweet tooth, which, he's in great shape. He works out, but he can.
Can we fact check that? Marco Rubio full length. Marco Rubio full length. He's in great shape. He works out. He's in great shape. He works out. I mean, maybe for like the Senate, that's good shape, but all right, anyways.
Hal's ice cream.
I do that too. But then again, I'm not a fascist. So.
The point where half the time that I see Marco in the hallway, it's because he's just been down to the Navy mess in the White House and he's gotten a bunch of ice cream.
Marco Rubio is known as a funny jokester. What's
Yes.
the funniest joke he's told you? Or the funniest moment you've had with him?
Okay, so you guys will have to determine whether we can actually put this in the
We
final.
can cut it if
the
not.
final
We
cut,
can
but
cut it
here's-
if not.
We were talking about something very serious related to the Middle East, and he starts this joke totally deadpan. He's like, I learned something interesting about the Middle East because I had a constituent call a few years ago when I was in the Senate, and a woman was visiting Israel, and her husband died while they were in Israel. And I was like, oh man, that's terrible. And she was trying to get help from us for how to get the body back to the United States. And she said to me, man, I don't know, maybe I don't want it back. The last time somebody the last time somebody died over here, they rose from the dead 3 days later.
Where was the joke? How are they laughing at that? What was the joke? Did I miss it? I feel like I was paying attention intently. Was that funny? What was the punchline? Okay, well, anyways, as you can see, Katie Miller is no Diane Sawyer. She is talking about this moment where J.D. Vance went viral. I guess this bothered him because they brought it up. They're trying to make it nice. I actually posted this on Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it, and got millions of views. Here's J.D. Vance running, and then here's J.D. Vance's response to it. Okay, all right. Anyways, and so then here is the Diane Sawyer of the right, Katie Miller, asking about this hard-hitting problem.
And so why were you running after your kids at Disneyland? You're on Tom Sawyer Island. Like, what's the story there?
I saw that, and somebody was like, "Oh, he runs funny." No, the actual
That was probably me. I'm telling you, I got millions of views.
Dad run.
The dad run. No, the actual answer is, so we had the island to ourselves, which was very cool. I'd never been to Disneyland.
They were shutting down the Disney World one.
Yeah, that's sorry to all the people who were Disneyland for the longer lines, but we had a very good time. But I was actually, my kids really like this game called Ogre, where I like chase after them, but I don't run full speed. And so I was playing Ogre, and that was what caused the great scandal of how I ran it.
Fascinating. Well, I, for one, am glad that Katie Miller is doing this, because I actually think this is going to be, I mean, please have more right-wing guests on. Who else do we want Katie Miller to abuse through her cringe and low-energy interview style? I'm thinking, let's see here. Get Steve Bannon on, please. I would take her husband. We have to see that. We have to see the husband. Marco Rubio, sure. Kirsty Noem. And yes, I know it's Kristi Noem, but I say Kirsty because I think it's, you know, we can, if the fake is face, then we don't have to say the real name. I mean, the name she got isn't tied to the same face, so I think Kirsty works for me. So anyways, now they're all sunshine and laughs, but I just want to point out too that Katie Miller is definitely Stephen Miller's wife, because here she is saying that the border separations, remember when Donald Trump's administration, the first time, took families, separated them, and actually never connected them again. There are millions of children that don't have moms and dads that are biological parents anymore because they just lost them. And here's how she took that moment.
About Katie Miller. She was spokesperson at DHS during the family separation crisis, a vocal, unwavering defender of what we were doing, taking these kids away from their parents. Here's how Jacob Soboroff recalls a conversation with her in his new book, previously unreported, but in Jacob's new book. Katie Miller told Jacob Soboroff, quote, "My family and colleagues told me that when I have kids, I'll think about the separations differently. But I don't think so. Homeland Security sent me to the border to see the separations for myself, to try to make me more compassionate. But it didn't work," end quote.
Nice. That's Katie Miller. So yeah, I'm going to laugh at her. And I invite you to do the same thing, because, you know, violence isn't okay. But sometimes laughter hurts more than a slap ever could. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit like. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.